Hey guys, how's it going? It's been about 2 weeks now since I posted my Q&A session Ask Away video. I got 6 questions from 6 great subscribers, and I think, 2 weeks is a good time to kind of respond. So, without further ado, let me say if I say your username wrong, don't take it personally. I'm not psychic and I'm not the most, you know, the greatest person with pronouncing odd YouTube names, so just take that into mind. Hope I say it right. If I don't, just let me know, perhaps. Or don't take it personally, is all I'm saying. So, our first question here is by Chris Foranski. And he says, or he or she says, which are your favorite bands and what guitars do you have? Well, that's an easy one. My favorite bands are actually on my page channel. They are Grim Reaper, Axel Rudy Pell, Carcass, and that's my top three: Grim Reaper, Axel Rudy Pell, and Carcass. I also am pretty big into a couple thrash bands like Sodom and Toxic, and pretty much anything to do with the new wave of British heavy metal, like Tank, and just, along the lines of that, like Vardis and, anything like that. But Grim Reaper is my all-time favorite band. I actually also have Bleed 'Em Dry, Grim Reaper, their first 1981 demo tattooed on my left arm here. So that kind of might show you that I'm a huge fan of them. On top of, you know, my custom, as well as some vinyls right there. And actually on my wall over here I have, it's hard to see it, but I actually have a Nick Balcott framed poster. He's the lead guitarist of Grim Reaper, for those who don't know. It's an 8x10. So I'm really big fan on Grim Reaper, so that's my favorite band. Grim Reaper, Carcass, Axel Rudy Pell, just anything that I can just really just dig into. And Cactus and 10 Years After. So I'm pretty much all over the place with music. Second question he said was, what guitars do you have? Well, let's take a nice little look at my list here. My list, and it's not that hard to say because I don't have that many, but I have enough to make, it's hard to remember sometimes how many I do have. I have, I believe, 9 guitars right now, and they are in order from oldest to newest. I have a lefty, well, I'm a lefty, so they're all lefty. I have a 1979 Hondo Lawsuit Stratocaster. Currently I'm doing some work on it, so it's kind of out of commission right now. I have an early to a mid-80s Roy Clark Signature acoustic. I don't really play acoustic, but I got it really cheap, so I have that. It's my only acoustic, too. And it's been a while since I've actually played it. It takes a nylon string, so I'm not too big on that kind of stuff. I have a 83 Westone Concord 2. Pretty much a case queen. When I do play it, I'm really, really careful with it. Has the original case, has some paperwork, and it's barely got a dent on it. I mean, maybe one tiny little nick. And I really don't want to make it worse than that, because I really like Westone guitars, but they're so hard to find in lefty. So 83 Westone Concord 2 is one of my more prized guitars that I'll rarely play. I've played it in a few videos, like my In Remembrance Faith Factor thing, and I did a demo on it, but that's really it. I have an 87 Kramer Beretta, and I do that on a lot of covers. That's my red single humbucker, and it's a great guitar, but I have it in half step. So all my half step covers, normally I'm using the Beretta. Normally. You'll see it in a lot of my videos, even my profile picture for my profile at the moment of October 6th, 2011, it has it on there. So, I have an 88, actually two 88 Kramer XL2s. Now, these are twins. One has white hardware and one has black hardware, and that's basically the only difference. One has DiMarzios and a kill switch, and the other one has one DiMarzio, and that's it. One's more modded than the other, and I used to play my heavily modded one with the white hardware a lot more than I do now. mostly because I have the Reaper now and it just plays a lot better. But that's that. um, I have a 92 PVG90. So that's another one you'll probably not see me play too often because it's in really good shape. And it's got the original case. And I've played it, I think, in a couple videos. Maybe one. I know at least played it one. But it's a great guitar, but the only problem with that is I'm a 22 fret person, and it's a 24 fret guitar. It also has a 24/7/5 short scale, and I like 25/5. So it's not a bad guitar at all. It's just not too suited to my tastes, as well as a licensed Floyd. So it's not a bad guitar. I just don't play it often. That's all. And finally, but definitely not the least, is my 2010 Mutt Kramer Grim Reaper Custom. And that's the one that I would guard with my life because I really love the guitar, and it's my favorite. It's my favorite guitar that I have, and I'm going to be buried with it, just if that says anything. That's how much I like that guitar. So there you go. That's a long, long, elaborated question, but that's that. So hope that answered your question. Second is from my friend Kyle. Blah152 is his username. And he said, "What got you to start playing guitar?" Well, what got me started? That's actually a difficult question to answer. I guess I started with Guitar Hero. Funny enough, I started with Guitar Hero, and I guess I really just got into it, and I wanted to learn. And my first guitar was actually a little Dean that was right-handed before I knew I was lefty, and from there I just picked it up and learned it. And I guess the answer would be Guitar Hero, and just seeing it and wanting to just have another hobby. At the time I didn't really have a whole lot of hobbies. I guess I was like 14 or so. But yeah, that's really what got me started. That's probably not the greatest answer, but it's the best I can really think of, because I don't really have a huge reason. I guess I wanted to play like some of the guys I listened to at the time. I guess that's really about it. Alright, one of my subscribers, Black Train 22, he's been a subscriber to me for a while now, great guy, says, "What are your favorite TV shows? How did you meet Chuck Myers? What career path are you planning to take? Who's your favorite video game babe?" Michelle Chang is his. Hey man, I give a crap about your uploads. Not that many people are into old PS1 games or old school metal like us. Well, you're right. The last part, you're absolutely right. I'm glad you like my videos. That's great. I don't try to appeal to a huge audience. I try to appeal to people that like what I like. You know what I mean? Just stuff like that. So keep watching. Thanks for enjoying the videos. But let's start with the first question. What are my favorite TV shows? That's an easy one. Seinfeld is my favorite, probably my favorite sitcom. Home Improvement is another huge one. That's just one of my. I like Tim Allen, stuff like that. I just love Tim Allen. He's a great actor. He's a great comedian. And Monk is another one I like. I like Becker, and mostly a lot of '90s sitcoms are a lot of my favorite shows. For animated shows, it's Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I like Thundercats. I like the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Just stuff like that, really. So, but that's TV shows. How did I meet Chuck Myers? Well, I actually didn't meet him in person, but I talked to him through email. I wish I could meet him. Him, Lance Lenhart, and Tommy Hopkins are just some guys that I really like to meet. I've actually talked to Lance as well through email, and via comments on my YouTube. He actually commented on one of my videos. He seems like a really nice guy. Chuck seemed like an alright guy as well. I mean, him and Lance are both alright guys. I wish I could meet him, but unfortunately I haven't met him face to face. What career path am I planning to take? Well, at the moment, I'm in college and I'm taking a general education path right now. But I really want to get into music, either producing or just like a soundboard or something like that. If things line up correctly, I will hopefully get into that field, and that would be really nice. So music is something I really want to take. Also, it says, what is your favorite video game babe? Let's see. That's a really good question. Let's see. I'd probably have to say Rose from The Legend of Dragoon, because I'm a really huge fan of The Legend of Dragoon. And Rose, she's very dark, very mysterious, but at the same time, she's awesome. She rules. She's powerful. She's very strong. Just I think Rose is probably my favorite video game babe. This Rose from Legend of Dragoon. So, hope that answered your questions. Let's get on to the next one. The Mechallion. That's not right. The Mecha Lion. There we go. The Mecha Lion. I thought it had two L's. I like your videos, but if you want to make them more popular, you can create some songs or even make some gameplay videos of not popular games, with good commentary in the background, with a friend or not. Well, let's start right there. Like I said before, I'm not trying to really make things very popular. I try to appeal to a smaller audience that like what I do. I do a lot of underground covers and just really obscure reviews, just stuff like that. I don't really mind if I ever make a dime or whatever my whole career as far as this music and popular videos go. I don't worry about being popular on YouTube. There's plenty of people for that. I want to appeal to a lot of things that people don't really see anymore, like video game music and just really obscure metal covers, stuff like that. So, gameplay videos, if I have to get a capture card, then maybe somewhere down the road if I get the time and stuff to do that. But until that time, I hope you like my videos. I hope you do. He goes on to say, like, Legacy of Kain, Swagman, Constructor, or if you prefer games for PC, Total Annihilation series. Um, Legacy of Kain I did a review on. Swagman, Constructor, I've never really played either of those. And PC gaming, I'm not really into that kind of stuff. So, I know this isn't really much of a question, but it is what it is. I'm trying to answer everything. Remember, you have nice potential. Questions how to use it. Good luck. Well, thanks, dude. I'm glad you appreciate my videos. You've been a subscriber to me for a while, so thanks for that, and I'm glad you like them. The next one is Zayden102. Okay, he says or she says, you seem to have a lot of older and harder to come by PS1 games. Can you tell me how you got most of your games besides that dollar deals thing that you talked about a while back? Really, I've had a lot of games since I was growing up, and they really just piled up over the years. Now, I don't have a huge collection by any means. So I have some decent Nintendo games over here, like on the shelf. I have like 100 some, which isn't very much by any means compared to some people, like Path to Nest Punk or AVGN. But oh, sorry, I have a decent amount of PlayStation 1 games. You're right, I do. I have over 100 PlayStation games. And mostly I just get them from yard sales and flea markets and even eBay. eBay is a big thing for me. And I really just get them pretty cheap because people normally sell them for maybe $1, $2, $3 at yard sales. I'm like, hey, I actually just picked up Monster Rancher 2 and another game that was an RPG, an Atlas game, for $5 at a pawn shop. And they're, to put together, those two games are valued around $50. So they're out there. You just gotta know where to find them, and they're very easy to come across by accident. You won't even be looking for them, and you'll find like, hey, I picked up Final Fantasy VIII the other day, all 4 discs for $4. Didn't have a case, but they all are in a jewel cases, in individual like CDR cases, $4. Can't go wrong. So they're out there. Just keep your eyes peeled, and flea markets and yard sales are your best bet. Final question is by Elroy Tate 2. He says, you are so awesome, man. I like every video you do. Well, thank you. I'm glad you like my videos. I'm hoping you'll stay with me and subscribe if you haven't already. And I make more of them. What do you like more? Or do you have a next-gen console? What do I like more between what? I guess you mean by newer or older ones? I definitely like older consoles better. I do not have a new gen console. My dad has a PS3, But the newest I have is PS2, and I tend to keep it that way for a while. I just don't like the newer systems. I actually just got an Intellivision today in the mail. So stuff like that. I have a lot of odd systems. Like, for example, I have both N gauges. Something you don't really see anymore. Like, look, an N gauge, both models. You never see that kind of stuff anymore. What is your favorite game? My favorite game is probably either The Legend of Dragoon, Jet Moto, or they're both for PS1, or Lords of Thunder on the Turbo Duo and Sega CD. Just it's an excellent shooter. One of my favorite all-time games. Between those three, I can't really narrow it down because they're all about tied. So Lords of Thunder, Jet Moto, and Legend of Dragoon, all pretty much tied. And with that, guys, I thank you. It's only 6 questions, but I know I found a lot of time. I tried to drag this video out and answer them thoroughly, as honestly as possible. And I hope it answered your questions, and maybe in the future I can do another one of these. I really don't mind, because I think it's kind of fun answering these kind of questions, It's nice that people actually posted on there. It's kind of cool, actually. So I thank you guys who posted, whoever watched, who liked the videos, just whatever, whoever subscribed. Thanks so much. It really means a lot. Even though it's not like thousands and thousands of subscribers, it's hundreds of guys that really enjoy, maybe just a handful of people that enjoy my videos, and that's enough for me. So, thanks, guys. I hope this answers your questions, and if not, post them down below, and I'll type a text response. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.